Testing.
Gutti,
talk to me.
Hey, now we're in the Faroe Islands.
Hold on, let me get closer.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the mic now. Here we go. Yeah. I think I'm all set. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I have salmon from Bakkafrost here that I'm gonna cook for you, or at least try with the master we have here, and my approach to salmon dish.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna face the mic to you. Let's do another sound check. Okay.
Yes. So we're here. I want to make some food for our friends from the States, and I'm gonna take a take on Bakkafrost salmon. I'm gonna do a cold dish, and yeah, I don't know how warm it's gonna be, but I'm gonna try my very best. So for 2 weeks now we eat fulmar eggs, and then later on the first beets start to come, and then later on you get all the herbs, and then you get the rhubarbs, and first potatoes come, and then in late August we eat the fulmar, August, September, and then the sheep start, and we eat everything from the sheep. So we make blood sausage, we eat all the heart and the liver and the kidneys, and that we eat fresh, of course. And then we eat fresh piece of lamb the next week, and then the fermented lamb, and then the dried lamb. And the fish is really good here in the winter months, and shellfish as well. The langoustines here are as big as my arm, and you get the sea urchin, you get the scallops, that are really intense in the flavor. Between the 18 islands in the Faroe Islands, we have the Gulf Currant, which is really stable. So we have a stable weather, but it's always cold. You're freezing. But it's really stable. Huh? So the sea might be 7 degrees in January and Celsius. So it's really stable, and that makes the perfect fish and shellfish. And the salmon as well. It's really... It's always the same. It's a really stable, good quality that we get here. It's not good one day and bad the next day. It's stable, and that I think makes the salmon from the Faroe Islands really popular. Now in the Faroe Islands, half of the export is salmon, so it is a massive impact on the society here. Just 20 years ago, we didn't export much salmon, but now it's half of the export. And 1/3 is pelagic fish, mackerel and herring, and that too was gone just 10-15 years ago. So in the Faroe Islands, the society is changing all the time, and we are food producers. We always have been. Cod and Bacalao was the thing that started the whole modernity in the Faroe Islands, where you get cities and people got paid and the women got jobs, and yeah, the cities grew from what used to have a real traditional agriculture society. We got a modern monetary society where Bacalao was the driver. So up to the 1970s, it was all about Bacalao, and now especially salmon and then herring and mackerel are the exports now. We have to start with the beginning. The Basques in Spain, they went up to Newfoundland before Columbus and everything, up to hunt whales, because in the Catholic societies in the Mediterranean, they had 200 days a year that they couldn't eat meat. But whale, since it lived in the sea, it wasn't meat, so they could eat whales. So they went up with their boats up to Newfoundland and caught these whales, salted them, and brought them back to the Mediterranean. But there was not so much whales, so they shifted over to cod and salted it and dried it on the shores of North America, and then shipped it to the Mediterranean, to the Catholic society. And in the Faroe Islands, they started this a few hundred years after that, and they went out with boats and salted the cod and dried it on the cliffs here, and then the shelf life was really good. They could ship the Bacalao, the dried cod, salted dried cod to the Mediterranean and had a really good shelf life. And they were so good here in the Faroe Islands at doing that still today in the Basque country people don't know the Faroe Islands, but Faroe Islands is a quality sign. So the Bacalao was so good that it was just a quality sign. So they eat a lot of Faroese cod Bacalao in Spain still, and of course now people don't have the time to desalt the cod. It takes some time to extract all the salt. So now it's changing. Food culture in Spain is changing as well. So the demand of Bacalao is not that good anymore. So now salmon is taking over. So in the Faroe Islands we are really good to adapting what the market says. Used to be Bacalao, used to be cod, now it's a lot of salmon and mackerel. Yeah. And we export to the whole world. I have made a TV program where we followed the salmon all the way from roe and until it was slaughtered, and then we shipped it to the States, to New York, and we went out to Fulton Fish Market, and we were there and saw all the fishmongers there and the restaurateurs and the chefs, and then we went out to the restaurants as well and the smokeries and saw where the salmon from the Faroe Islands goes. Yeah. And we did the same with the mackerel to Moscow. That was an experience. I got so drunk. I got Russian drunk. And then of course we had to take the Bacalao to Spain, and we were in San Sebastian, which is a fantastic city as well. Have you been there? No? It was really, really good. Yeah. The culinary scene there is amazing. Yeah, with all the Michelin restaurants. And yeah. It's really, really good.
Other wine?
You should go there. The wine, yeah. Chakoli, yeah, well, not that drunk, but Russian drunk. yeah. That was something. That was really special. So we were talking about Faroese food culture, huh? And right now we can't get many vegetables, but here I have a herb that I call, this is the taste of the Faroe Islands. This is Angelica Archangelica. It grows wild in the Faroe Islands, but because we have so much sheep eats everything here. So you can get Angelica on the cliffs. You can see on a cliff side is just the basalt. The stone here is called basalt. It's just black, and then poof, this green color just explodes in the cliff, and it tastes really it's much, if you can say so. It's really intense. So this is Angelica Archangelica. Mm. It's native herb, huh? Do you like it?
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
I got combination with the parsley and the ova.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm. And you can eat the leaves and the stems and the roots as well. And you use it for medicine. But you have to be really careful, because if you get the juices of the Angelica combined with the sunlight, you get what do you call it? Yeah. Yes. It's really, really bad, because the children, they always eat this and put it in sugar, and then if it's a sunlight and they eat everything here, they can get it's really, really bad. So what would you use Angelica Archangelica for?
I do like in Miami, the ceviche is very popular.
Yeah.
With all seafood. So
Yeah.
I do make that.
Yeah.
And also carpaccio.
Yeah.
And also roll sushi. You can put in the inside too.
Yeah, you want to try it today?
Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna use that a little bit.
Yeah. But it's really intense, huh? Mm-hmm. And I use the small leaves because they are so full of life and flavor, huh? So this is one of the very typical herbs in the Faroe Islands. I used to go foraging, but you have to know your spots, because sheep eats everything here. Yeah, we put it in snaps as well, so make a spirit, and you can extract the chlorophyll, the green parts in the plant. You can extract that in the alcohol, to get a really beautiful snap.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Keeping the heat?
Yeah.
It is cold. I'm gonna.
Dish is a hot dish.
It is a hot dish. Yeah, because we were talking about potatoes. It's has such a big place in the Faroese food culture. I remember my grandmother, which was a really good chef. She had heard something about people in the 90s eating a pizza, and she wanted to try this. So she made a beautiful pizza for me, and next to it was a bowl of potatoes, because it is so close to our food culture, these potatoes. So yeah, we're gonna make a mash and a pan-fried salmon and herbs, and I have an oil here which is made of wild garlic, Ramsons, and it's got this beautiful garlicky taste to it. No, the color is not bad at all. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna start with slicing the salmon. So I'll make 3 big portions. So this is the loin of the salmon, and it has been cured. So you can see that it's transformed a little bit. I always take my fish and cure it a little bit before I cook it. So I'm gonna pan fry this, and I'm leaving it. I'm not overcooking it. Let me put it that way. A little bit of oil.
What kind of oil is it?
This is just rapeseed oil.
Okay.
Just a neutral oil. Yeah. And let's see if the pan is warm, because it is cold here. Huh? Yeah. So this is a hot wok. This is the only wok that works here in the Faroe Islands. I've tried a lot of them. You can hear that it's warm. Hiro, can you take over here? It's a bit warm right now, so we can just leave it here.
Only zero.
You're not ruining it, right?
Side away as well.
And then you can put a bit of butter in it when it's cured. Yeah.
So it's a hot.
Yeah, you can take the pan out. You're not ruining my dish, are you?
I know. That's why I didn't want to away from the heat.
And then you...
Oh, whole thing?
Yeah, just put it on. Right. You're a good helper, Hiro. Oh. It's been a long time since I have had an apprentice.
Someone here.
Yeah, just leave it to rest. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
excellent. Right. And then you give it a little bit of salt. Oh, it's good to cook together with you, huh?
Thank you.
I have never been to Japan yet.
Been to Japan. You need to go to Japan.
Now you have
time.
been here, and you have to invite me.
Yeah, you need to drink a lot of sake. Another.
Excellent. We'll try that. All right, so I have parsley.
Yes.
Just gonna chop that into the mash, and I have some. Here I have oh, what's it called? It's called. Oh, help me out.
Like a horseradish?
Horseradish. Oh, thank you. So this is horseradish. And then I'm gonna combine this into the mash. So this is just potatoes and butter. What's not to like? And then I always use a bit of lemon juice in my mash because of all the fattiness in the mash. You like break it with a bit of lemon juice, huh? So it's not. Oh, so it's not too. What do you call it? Too heavy. So you like break it with the acidity. So this is just super simple, comfy food. Mash, butter, parsley, horseradish, and a little taste. A little bit more salt. That's it. Speak to me.
This is already good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna
Horseradish.
horseradish, huh? Yeah. So, got a dollop of this. Center there. So these, all these plates are made out of the Faroe basalt. They've got Faroe basalt in this one as well. Yeah. And then you have the salmon. You're the salmon master. Can you plate?
Sure.
And while you do that, I will take some herbs. I like my food with a bit of acidity, so I use berries a lot, even though in the salted kitchen. So I have the Angelica, not too much of it, because it's so strong, huh? Angelica. And we have some Tarragon, just to make like a herb salad, right? And then here I have, this is pickled rutabaga or kohlrabi. Yeah, you want to taste? It's really traditional in the Faroe Islands. Before the potato came, we eat beets.
Combined between radish and carrot.
Yeah. And some of the juice as well. There. A little bit of olive oil. And I can plate this. Pickled onions. Different flavors in here. And then I have this oil of wild garlic, Ramsons. I think that we are going to sit in the nature to eat Faroese food.
Alright, now to the tasting part. Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious.
So here we have the salmon that's not been
Wow.
cooked through, huh? Just give it a medium rare in the middle, and then the rich mash. You got to love this, you know. So when the salmon gets this caramelization, this crust, it gives something extra to the dish, huh? To the salmon.
Oh yeah. Let's take a look here. Hold it up. Wow, that was delicious. Itadakimasu. I'm sure such unique flavors, huh? So many herbs that we've never had before. I know I haven't had those.
The rust oil, the garlic oil.
Take a look.
Please.
I ate everything myself.
How was it, Hiro? How was it?
I really like the potato.
You don't like it?
No, I like potatoes.
Oh. But you hate the
It's
salmon?
very unique. No, salmon's always good. You know? Salmon's always good. No matter what.
Tell me, Hiro, what do you like? Do you like it?
Everything's good. I like everything. But potato is very unique taste.
Well, he also has a special herbs in there, you know? The herb.
Of course, salmon's good.
Well, Chef, thank you so much. It was a wonderful
Welcome.
time cooking with you. We hope we can spend more time with you in the future.
Yeah, it
Coming
would be
up
nice.
soon.
Yeah.
And when we go to Japan, we have to invite him to come over with
Yeah,
us, huh?
please do. Please
It's a
do.
pleasure.
I would love that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would really like that because I think there are similarities in the Faroe Islands and in Japan as well. But there in Japan, you have all this tradition with fish and with fine food culture that I think we could learn a lot from you. That would be really nice. Thank you, and thank you for
so
coming.
much.
You're welcome.